Everybody, welcome to the Discord server, Twitch server, whatever you want to call it, my stream. Um, Today we're going to be talking about tutorials, Discord, how to set up things. Welcome you guys to our Discord server. Kind of give you a brief introduction to Discord, how it works, and then how our actual server works within Discord itself too as well. Shouldn't take too long. I'm guessing between 10 and 20 minutes to walk you through this. I'm going to take my time with it so that way you get a good feel of how it's going to take, what's going to happen, and that way you could actually just walk into this right away without ever having a problem. So, if there's questions, I'm on my stream as well. So if anybody's watching, don't be hesitant to ask. I'll try to help out as much as I possibly can, answer everything that I possibly can, and we'll kind of go from there. Okay. All right. So first off, this is your area here. This is our Discord. You obviously, following my cursor here, you have all of your players and people that are involved. Our developer Crow, our main admin bot that we have here, which controls all of our tournaments, any prize winners and tournament people. If we scroll down, we can see obviously we got a ton of different bots that we use for various different things to tell you about your stats, to tell you guys how you guys are doing, getting some music, countdown to the tournament, things like that. The people that are online currently, and then everybody that else is offline. There's roles. That's probably the first thing we should talk about. And you're allowed to give yourself roles, self role, if you will. And that's going to be on this left-hand side over here. So, as you can see, we've got the game lobby tournaments. Gives you our name of our server. This is your welcome screen. This is what you're going to see when you first come into our Discord server. It's going to say, this little bot's going to tell you, hey, and welcome to the server. Sometimes it makes a little funny thing. A wild gummy has appeared, or this one, another one that's appeared. Sometimes it just says, hi, welcome here. It's Squishy is here, things like that. The next person that we're going to have is this information. As you see, you can minimize these things. So let's minimize them so that way it doesn't get too confusing for you guys real quick. As you see, you can scroll down through these. These are all the different channels that are available to you. You might not see all of them because if you don't have the right permissions, you're not going to have the right information, yet. So once you get the right role, you can have permissions as you need. So the first thing that you should do when you come into our server is go to roles. Just like it says, if you react to this message to get your roles, obviously you're going to tell us where you're from. NA West, you don't want to, or NA World rather, you don't want to tell us anything. You just want to say, hey, you know what? I'm from the world. That's all that matters. If you're from the Northeast America, you can say the U.S. flag. If it's the UA, you're going to pick out the UA. So on and so forth. But if you're a bronze, you're going to choose this. If you're a diamond like me, you're going to choose this one. It's going to tell you other people that are involved in there. It's going to tell you the champs that are involved, so you can see that a lot of us are, platinum and above. We've got a lot more of that's self-rolled. But when you scroll down our page here, anybody that's white, like you can see Killer here, has no roles. Jason, Uchila, Rabid, Zova, they all have no roles. They're part of our Discord. They're online. They just haven't self-rolled yet. I'm not giving it to them. That's something that they should do. And when you go through all of the users, anybody that's grayed out or white, those are all people that does not have any roles yet. So there's a lot of them that haven't. So don't think everybody's a champ. Just the champs usually end up doing a lot more with the Discord server than anybody else. So they try to make sure that everybody knows that they're a champ. I think they're proud of it. Maybe the bronzes are like, hey, guys, I don't want to tell everybody that I'm a bronze. So that's pretty much it. And then it's stuff you play on Xbox, whether you play on, a PS4. We have one PS4 player, as we see, or a PC. Just tell us what you guys do. Tell us what you guys are playing on, so that way we can interact with you guys. Announcements, probably the next most important thing that we have. As you see, my Twitch feed goes live, and when it does, we tell you guys about that. You can see the game rules too as well. The game rules are obviously important because it's going to tell you what to expect during our tournaments. Discord rules, please pay attention to these. We've been doing some banning over the last couple of days and weeks, if you will, and we've really picked it up this last week. We do not want any cursing. We do not want any hate speech or racism. Please do not self-promote. Don't be harassing and bullying anybody. No toxicity, no drama. Definitely do not at as staff. We have a way of getting in touch with staff, and I'll be going through that in a second. Do not do that by adding them or direct messaging them. They're busy. They're trying to help everybody that can. They can't do that if they're getting direct messages from everybody. And if you guys ever send an IP, if anybody ever puts anybody's information out there, address, IP, anything that's going to be dangerous to a person, you'll be immediately muted, kicked, and banned. We usually do give a warning system. Depending on how bad your toxicity and your situation is, we could just do a permanent ban, especially if there's any kind of racism in there. We're trying to make this a clean place and a good place for everybody. So if you can't respect those rules, don't join us. It's just that simple. The rest of this staff team, that's for us. That's, suggestions. If you guys have any suggestions, we don't have any yet, but if you guys have any suggestions for the server and want us to make any changes, do that there. Next thing is the important side. The tournaments. That's what we're all here for, right? When we actually want to play together. So right now we're doing Rocket League, Call of Duty, Minecraft tournaments, and these are where you can actually see these current tournaments. Usually the furthest one to the bottom is usually going to be the next tournament, if you will, or at least one or two from the bottom. Right now we're only doing one tournament a week, and it says it right here. It starts on Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It tells you what the rules are. Best of 5, no subs, 5 minutes, things like that. Okay. The game is Rocket League on a cross-platform, single elimination. It's a 3v3. Team size is 3. Team registers is only 1 out of 16. We expect that to go up a lot today. I don't know why, but everybody wants to register on the last day. Probably to make sure that their team members are actually available for the situation, to be honest. And then we go back down to the emojis, right? This is actually how to sign up for the tournament. When you have your team, and we're going to go over teams in just a second, right after I get done with this, we're going to tell you how to register, okay, first. So this button, this little play button I'm on top of right now, this will allow you to join the registration. This will sign you up for the tournament. All right, there's no other way I can tell you to do this. This is what you have to do. When you're not on a team, though, this is what's going to happen. You're going to have a bot show up on the top left up here. As soon as you click that button, a bot shows up. It's going to name, you are not a member of a 3-person team. So you cannot register for a tournament if you're not on a team. So how do we get on a team? Simple. It's sweet. You come down here, okay, Rocket League teams. Let's open that up. Create a team or join a team, right? So you're going to want to create a team if you want to make your own team. It's really simple. Again, you're going to go through here, and I'm going to make a team so you guys can see it. I'll delete it afterwards. Click on the emoji. TourneyBot's going to come up. Please enter the name of your team. Test team, right? Any name that you want to, though, guys. This is your team. You can name it whatever you want to. GLT Elite. You can name it, IDK. You can name it, Beanbags. Whatever. You name it what you want. We have certain teams that are from a certain area, like New England Valhalla. They represent a area of the United States. However you want to do that, you guys make fit. Okay. You're going to hit enter. Please enter the number of players on this team. 3. We're doing a 3v3. Enter an organization name for team, test team. You know what? We play for GLT. We can say that. Another option that we could say is Rocket League. This is a Rocket League team. Okay. You can also say we are Silvers. You can say Grand Champs. Okay. We're going to put Grand Champs. We're looking for more Grand Champions. I'm making a team, but we don't have our other 2 members yet, so that's what we're doing. Name of the 3-letter tag, we're just GLT, so that's what we're going to name ourselves. All right. Then you can do a logo. If you don't have a logo, no worry. You can put none. Simple as that. It's going to give you a logo. No logo, assigning a random one. There we go. Test team successfully created. Now join and join team. Now you can either click this little hashtag, it'll bring you directly there, or you can actually do the same thing and just in these channels, join the team. Now you can see our team is here, but On the bottom, we've got 0 of 3, right? So we can't join the team yet, or we're not on the team yet. We've just created it. So anybody can join this team. I can actually make 16 teams for a tournament, name them what I want to name them, and then people could actually just join them, right? I could actually make this a private thing if I wanted to, but that's not how we're doing it. This is actually for you guys to make up your own information. That's how we're doing it, so you can have your customization, right? When you have a logo, sometimes it doesn't assign it. When you have a logo, you can see it here. The logo is actually assigned to that. This is Crutter's team. He's got 3 members here. This is the Dirt Golds, if you will. They're there. Some other people's, here's Fear's logo. RNG. That's the Underdogs when they were doing their 2s. And here we've got our last 3v3 tournament champions. This is Valhalla with their Valhalla tournament logo, which is amazing. I like it. All right, so when you're wanting to join a team, it's simple. It's easy. It's right here. React with it. The first thing I'm going to tell you is the first person to join becomes the captain. The creator is always going to be that person that creates the team. So it might be at GLT or it might be you or whatever it may be. But that captain GLT, this is the person that now controls that team. You get to choose who joins your team, who leaves your team, when to delete the team, all the above. If you want to leave, real easy. You leave the team. Captain goes away. Now the team is open. Anybody else can do it. Again, you can create it and join it again. Okay? Then you become one of it. You can change the captain with this button, right? You can actually delete it. We're going to delete it because we don't need this anymore. As soon as you actually have your team, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to invite your friends. And also, by the way, when you go to delete it, it's gonna get you to verify that. It's not just going to do it right away. It's going to have this little check mark here. You're going to click that, and then it's going to go away. Before that, it won't go away. So, anyways, when you get your friends or anybody else within the GLT community that wants to join your team, you're going to get them to go to your team. So you're going to tell them, hey, look, go look up the Dirt Golds right here. Once you find that, click the play button, join our team, get 3. You're going to go back to the tournaments that you want to do, and you're going to hit the play button. Pretty simple. I know I'm quick with it because I know what I'm doing. If there's any questions, reach out to us. And about that, talking about support, okay? When you come down here into support, where is it at? Support down here on the bottom. When you need any question from anybody on our server, I can't tell you who's going to answer it. It's an admin that's online. I'm the one that's online right now. Not every day is there an admin online all the time, but usually there is somebody. What you're going to do is you're going to click this little tool right here. All right? It's going to pop open a ticket for you. That appears at the top of the screen up here. Okay? This ticket tool, simple. A moderator will be with you shortly. You may begin explaining your issues now. All right? I was testing out the ticket tool. A moderator is going to be able to comment back. This is a 1v1 with you and a moderator, or you and all the moderators, depending on how many people is online. And they're going to be able to help you out with whatever issue you have, whether it's reporting another player, whether it's reporting a match information that's incorrect, whether it's, I don't know, just a little bit of everything, guys. Just anything and everything that you possibly have, This is just how you actually report a problem, or if you got a question, hey, how do I register again? You send it to this ticket, and we're going to be able to communicate. Nobody else can see your question, so no question's stupid. You're not going to have to be embarrassed about anything, about asking something that you don't want to ask. It goes directly to an admin, and they don't share these tickets with anybody, so nobody's going to be picking on you for asking any question. Don't be afraid to ask something if you need it, okay? Simple as that. When we're done with it, we click the little tool, okay? And then we can click the little check mark, and then it says go away. We're going to delete that ticket. This is just on my side. You guys don't have to worry about this. Yeah, and then the ticket will be automatically deleted within 5 seconds. And we're done. That's it. But, any kind of questions, that's how you access to a chat to your admins. Once you're in the text and you become a part of our community, obviously you're going to be able to communicate with everybody. You know, you can see Killer's asking, "It's a tournament at 6?" You know, he can simply go to the tournament and figure that out. So, you know, how we normally would respond to these people is we would go here, you know, like this. It's actually in Rocket League. So we're going to type in hashtag Rocket League tournaments. And we do this, and we can do countdown today. Some of our codes that we get. There's 7 hours and 45 minutes left until our tournament. We try to help out everybody else that we can, okay? So that way we answer questions. We do answer them in public chat, like questions like this, but we like it to be a ticket is actually better. So, going back to our public chat here. You know, we have memes. Anybody like that? Does anybody do this, by the way? Anybody ever run from the imaginary demons after they turn off the light, you know, and run upstairs? Just saying. I do it. I'm 38. You know, rank checks. This will actually, you know, if you have the right codes here, as you can see, this is the code to check out your rank, rl.rank, whatever, you know, you're on Xbox or PC, Steam, you name it, and then your actual username that you actually have. Once you have that in, it'll pop up your current ranks. As we can see, Beamer's a Diamond 1, Diamond 1, Diamond 2, Diamond 1. So it tells us, you know, how good of a player he is and what his streaks are. Screenshots, people like this actually, if you guys ever look at this, Spectre Scott, entered all this information for us. And you know what, I don't like this guy's conversation. Sorry about that, didn't see that guy months ago. Not months ago, but at least when we first began. But this is actually a great thing for anybody actually starting out. If you're silver, bronze, doesn't matter. You know, put in this code into your training, and it really does help. I even did it myself, and honestly got a lot better with that training seminars. Saved them as favorites. Helps out a lot. Highlights. You guys want to see like what people have done, things like that. On the stream, this is where you can do it. You can see some people put Rainbow Six, you know, things like that. Any great plays that were done. Crutter's had a couple, things like this. Looking for group. You know, if you're ever looking for, you need players on your team, or if you're just looking to, you know, play with somebody, you know, at a point, you know, you can definitely go through this and you know, conversate with somebody and be like, hey, does anybody, you know, anybody play 1, 2, or 3s during the Rocket League tournament? So Logan's looking for players right now. Wolfie says he'll play. He's not a plat. He is not a plat. Fails. This is my favorite channel, being honest. This is where all the fails happen. I've put a couple in here when I killed Merc on accident in Call of Duty. You know, I've got some DayZ stuff and some Forza stuff that I messed up on. If you want to listen to music, this is where the bot is. You know, this is actually for us and our information there for homies. That's our staff, actually. Documents, this is actually gives us our documents. You don't have permission for that. For our tournaments and things like this. That's pretty much the gist of it, guys. But what we try to do is, if we're inside of the fails, as you see, there's not much chat. Rather, you might be able to you know, see something that tells you about the video, but we're not looking for people to chat there. We're trying to keep the chat in public chat, so that way everybody can conversate together. Once you join a tournament, the tournament becomes down on this side. Okay? And we're going to go into this further in detail on other tutorials, but you know, this is just a brief description of where you can find it at least. You're going to be able to come down here and see the bracket for that tournament, the chat for that tournament, score matches. This is you know, and results. You know, these are where you do everything. You can't do it now, but the score matches, once you know, react with the top team score, react with the bottom team score, and then confirm the score. We're going to go through that in another tutorial. Once the tournament becomes live, that is when you can actually go into this and change it all up, if you will. You can actually report your scores, but tournament has to be live first before it happens. The bot actually does everything for us. So again, just a quick brief description. Make sure you familiarize yourself with the rules. Okay, check frequently on the announcements, because any kind of announcements that's here is going to be about our information, like this is. Okay, you know, we'll be hosting tournaments. It tells you the times that we're going to be hosting tournaments. It tells you what kind of tournaments that we're going to be hosting. That's going to be on announcements. Make sure that you give yourself your roles. You know, we want to know who you are and what you are so we can play with you. Register with the emoji. Okay? Make sure that you register your team. Join a team or create a team. Create the team first, then join it to make sure you're the captain. Okay? Make sure everybody's actually there and on a team, and then register for your tournament. It's real simple, real easy, not complicated. If you got any questions, reach out to us. We'll be giving you guys more in-detailed descriptions on things in the future, such as how to change your captains, how to change your members, how to kick a player, custom commands, things like that that you can do within our server. We'll see you guys at 6. Hope everybody enjoyed. Talk to everybody later.